What's up, everybody? This is your boy Shadow here, and I'm here to make it. Shut up, Apollo. I'm here to make a Genesis video on the two-player character. What's his name? Chris and Evan, I believe that's their name. So they're right here. Gonna level them up to the max, and let's go ahead and see what they can do. First,
wanna catch a ride?
First I'm gonna fill up on gold. That's what I'm gonna do first. And I'm gonna level up the enemy character to max, and that's about it. Alright, so the way the game airs this character out, he's supposed to be tanky, so let's read his abilities. So for the first ability, you got hovercraft. Engaging flight mode to pass through terrain increases 3% movement speed with every 100 distance covered. Costs 50 energy no matter what. You get a permanent speed boost plus 3% for 10 seconds. Gas pedal. Rushes forward after a brief charge, knocking away enemies hit. Cooldown is 10 seconds. Energy cost is 50. Knockup is 1,000 damage, and knockup duration is 1,000, and damage dealt is at most 200, at least 80 in between those ranges. Proximity mines deploy 3 landmines for 1.25 seconds that detonate when enemies are in proximity, damaging and slowing them. Cooldown is 16 seconds, 50 energy cost. Slow duration is 1.5 seconds. Speed is minus 15%. And damage dealt is 30, at least 90 at most, and in between. Ultimate. Self-detonation. Turns on self-destruct. Vehicle starts to burn and eventually explodes in a massive damage to surrounding units itself. Enters repair mode after explosion. Player 1 will not be able to use any skills. Becomes operational once more after 4 seconds. Cooldown is 50 seconds. It's 100 cost throughout. Health and HP regen is 6%, 8%, and 10%. Damage is 300, 400, and 500. And the damage, I think, also per second is 50, 75, and 100. So I guess it also applies tick. So yeah, with that being the case, it looks like in order to balance the character out, because you will be sharing one energy pool, all the abilities cost the same energy. What I mean is the same throughout the level, so that way you don't have to differentiate between which one costs more. And it seems to counteract the fact that you're fighting a player with 8 abilities at once, basically literally fighting 2 people at the same time. They took the cooldowns and made them long. So like you have a 16 second, 10 second, no cooldown is under 10 seconds. I kind of like that. That's a great balancing thing. His health is at max level. His health at level 1 is where's his health at? 620. Armor is 12, so we got a good amount of health. Alright, let's view player 2's ability. My bad, I forgot to also look at. Okay, so he's a physical character. He's not a. Ooh. He's a physical character. Huh. Alrighty. That's gonna be a little tricky to build. So you also have the second player's ability. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a second player with me right now. I don't have nobody in here with a remote to try out the second player's ability. So with that being the case, what I'm gonna need to happen is I'm just read them to you guys, and we're gonna kind of see if the AI would use some of them. I don't know if he's gonna use all of them, but first ability is Scorching Beam. A beam of magic damage. This shit is annoying. A beam of magic damage that deals continuous damage based on a beam of magic deals continuous damage to enemies in the path. Cast a skill again after 1 second to cancel the beam. Cooldown is 18 seconds. Energy cost is 100 seconds. Duration is 5. Interval is 0.1 seconds. Damage deals 35 through 80, depending on the level of the ability. Bouncing Bomb. Lobs a bomb that bounces 3 times to a target area, dealing damage to enemies. 5-second cooldown. Okay, that's one ability that actually can just be used over and over again. Energy cost is 25 throughout. Effective radius 225. Damage minus 30%. Ricochets twice, and damage dealt is 60 to 150. Purifying Shield. Generates a shield and cleanses debuff. That's a 15-second cooldown, 75 energy cost. It lasts 6 seconds, and the shield goes from 100 to a max of 50. Probably, more depending on what you have on. And it friends matrix target area energy. So that's an energy ability. Huh. Creates a semi-circle force field that greatly reduces enemy speed. 80-second cooldown, 100 energy cost. Slow duration 1 second. Speed is minus 30% to 50%. Duration is 5 seconds. So what I'm thinking is he can talk to your second player. He can use his matrix. Then you as the gunner can use gas pedal. Y'all can get out of any situation. Or you can use flight and then gas pedal to get over walls. So the character seems like can get out of fights pretty easily if you use them smartly enough. But that's only once with an alt. That's probably should only say that for when you're in a very dangerous situation when in a huge team fight. So with that, let's try building them. Now, me personally, when I'm building a tank, I like atomic stompers. Gives you movement speed, health, energy regen, 300 energy, 2 energy regeneration armor, and it restores ally health by 250, energy by 135, and a 700 radius around the Reaver. And after being restored to maximum health, any additional regeneration points are applied as a shield with a duration of 15 seconds. To me, that's a great item. It also increases health regeneration of friendly units by 3 and a 700 radius around the bearer. So you would go Atomic Stoppers. I think my second item would be Space Disruptor because it has 2 passive. 1 increases your energy resistance of units in your area of 10 by 900. 10 may not sound like much, but it's something. Passive is every 30 seconds place an energy shield around a Reaver, which can absorb. So with that, it's pretty cool. But that's if you're going against like a team of energy. You're going against pure like damage, and you know we don't really have that much physical resistance minus an armor. Then I would recommend Seal of Hades because it gives you health. It gives you health regen. Every time an ability is used by the bear, grants additional health regeneration equivalent to 0.5 maximum health for 6 seconds. Stacks at most 5 times. So that's 5 times 5, so you get a 2.5 health regen, if I'm doing the math right. Blood Sacrifice, when enemy hero dies within 1500 around the bear, immediately restore 185 health and 160 energy. So that's good if you're like tanking and you're in a team fight and you're doing your job as a tank and your assassin's doing his job. You guys can pretty much, like, you're healing based off of who he's killing, so even if you're low, you'll be getting a little bit of health back. So I recommend that. Now, if you want to get some additional ability damage off your stuff, you can go with Helm of Hades. That's if you want to build a damage item on them. If not, then that's cool. But if you want to build damage item, I recommend Helm of Hades because it lets your abilities deal an additional energy damage equivalent to 7% of a target's health. Has a cooldown 2.5 seconds when multiple targets are hit within in a little bit of time. Additional damage is capped at 350. So with that being the case, you have 8 abilities. You're going to be spamming them. So you got to wait 2.5 seconds between abilities. But that's a continuous beam that lasts for, once again, hold on. That's a continuous beam that lasts for, how long? 5 seconds. So after, I don't even know at this point. So my thing is, after, hang on. Level up the max.
More speed! More speed!
After, no, I usually got up. After 5 seconds, you know, you're gonna already be hitting with 2. After 5 seconds. After the first hit, you're gonna be hitting for an additional 4 seconds. So with that being the case, after that 2.5, you probably hit them on the third for another bit of damage. Plus your driver will be hitting them with different abilities too. But if you want to build all defense, and after that, I recommend getting Crimson Storm. Nah, I mean I've never tried it in battle, but with this character, because he has a lot of chase potential. So with that, I would recommend getting Seal of Hades. But if you want to go all defense, I already have that on. I don't know why I said it twice. You know that. Recommend it. Go with Quantum Vest. Then, you know, maybe Space Disruptor for that shield. Then, listen, I know Reatomizer is a great item, but I personally don't like Reatomizer because it's the meta, everybody uses it, and it's just an annoying item. And I just personally want to see a lot of matches when nobody's having that on. Maybe Radiant Shield because it grants a shield when you activate it equal to 30% of your energy. That's 3.5 seconds. It also triggers when HP falls below 25%. So that's a good item. And maybe after Radiant Shield, Eternal Grace just for the most health. Now if you're fighting a team with a lot of energy, then you don't want Eternal Grace because granted gives you health, but you want to have as much energy resistance as possible. So mark no. Maybe the let me see what other defense items we have. It's not showing it. Not Medusas. Well, yeah, if you I don't want to see Medusas either because everybody uses Medusa and that's just annoying. Actually, there's not many other energy. No, that's energy regeneration. Yeah, so never mind then. Just get Eternal Grace. Other than that, if you're fighting all physical teams, then you can keep Quantum Vest, you can keep Eternal Grace, you can keep Seal of Hades, but you might want to switch out Space Disruptor and Radiant Shield for where are they? For Deflector Pixie or Armor of Triumph or Promethean Shield. Because like I said, this character is meant to be built tanky, so you can build that Hades, a Helm of Hades if you want that extra ability damage, but other than that, you want to build them as tanky as possible, so when you come against targets like this, that's 169. I don't know how much the gunner's going to be doing. I forgot. The driver can damage too. Now, with the practice mode they currently have, you can't reset the tiles or anything, so we're mainly going to be focusing on the big boss minion. So when we're fighting him, let's see what this character can do. That's the flight mode, that's the ram, this is the R1, this is self-destruct. They also have a self-destruct. When you blow up, you won't be able to move your vehicle for about 4 seconds while it repairs. Enemies can still damage you while it's repairing, I think. But yeah, so this is what it looks like to fight the boss. Oh, the mines actually track themselves to the target. That's fine. That's cool. That's fine. But as you can see, the cooldowns don't look to be too long. Well, yeah, first the time seems long, but with you having 8 of them, you know, it's not going to seem like that long. Especially if you're communicating with your partner, which you should be, because they're going to be right there next to you. If you're not communicating, then I don't know what your problem is. But other than that, there's not much more I can say about this character until I unlock him, get somebody to play and, you know, use him in actual battle. Because currently he just seems like a really good tank with a lot in his toolkit. I would definitely use him over maybe Hades or maybe Nemo or maybe the Minotaur. Mainly because he has 8 abilities. One of them focus on damage, the other one focus on defense, tanking, and escaping. And with that having been the case, he just has a lot more he can do in the battle. The only downside is you'll need 2 people who know how to communicate, so if there's any like miscommunication or there's no team synergy, then it's really going to seem like they're wasting their time and they're going to be probably more of a detriment, but they'll still be semi-useful. So that's my take on this character. That's going to be the end of the video. I will see you all in the next one. Till then, time to look back in the shadows. Peace.